tab. So I'm now going to go over to our channel, I guess. Let's just check. There should have been a Twitter post. Yeah, there we go. Hey. Cool. Right, so we're live on Spaces. That's good.
Cool.
Let's have a look on. I've never really used Kick, so I guess it's on our channel, right? Yes. It's streaming as well. Awesome. So I'm going to try and mute the audio on all the streams so I don't get mad feedback, right? So Twitter's live. Twitter's live. Kick is live. And let's go view your channel, I guess. Live. Oh,
I think that's it.
Says, oh, it is, yeah. Cool. Nice. All right, so we're live on 3, and we've got 2. Oh, I guess that's us. Like that'll be our views, won't it? Well, yeah, we've got two viewers. It's like, no, that's just me. All right.
If we get Luke in there again, okay, sweet.
Nice. It's a little bit delayed on X, but it's fine.
Oh, is it really?
It's like a little bit, like 2 minutes. It's fine though.
Maybe I should add the StreamYard link into the actual Discord space.
It says we're live on Discord as well, which is...
Yeah, the Discord event started, but where's the chat? Like, where do you... Is it just in general?
I guess.
I'll just put it in general.
Discord. Open up Discord. Share request.
Stop compiling these stream links. Oh no, sure.
So how's everyone doing today anyway? Everyone good?
Good. How are you, son?
Very well, very good. Yeah, ignore the decorations behind me. It's my brother's birthday today, and he's having a little party tonight.
Happy birthday!
I think he's about 6 years old, but he's genuinely 31. It says a day happy birth because I think we're massively dyslexic. But there you go.
How old are you, Sonny?
36, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just back starting to hurt a little bit. So like, I told you the other day. I sneezed and like put my back out a couple of months ago. Like, that was just the worst thing ever. I was like, that's it. I think I'm done now. Do you know what I mean? But
that's bad. Don't attempt
the Arsenal fan moaning about injuries again.
yeah. That's it. That's the one.
28 last season. Never forget. 28 injuries last season. Don't forget.
Oh, but don't get me started. Last season was that's it. Do you know what I mean? That's out of my head. You know, just crazy season. Excited about this transfer window though. You know, Norgard and Kepa.
Need Rodriguez and Victor Gyökeres. Here we go today.
Well, they said like be excited about this season, and apparently Arteta had goosebumps. But then, what was it? It was just Kepa, another Chelsea player. Well, I don't mind Kepa to be honest, but
yeah, better than Neto.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mosquera is almost done as well from Valencia.
I haven't seen him play. Is he all right or
not? He's good. He's fast. He's strong. Good on the ball. Helped them escape relegation last season.
Who's that?
Well, Fernando Mosquera from Valencia, Spanish center back. He's basically he's agreed personal terms, but just Arsenal just have to finish the deal.
He loves signing defenders, doesn't he, Arteta?
I know, it's crazy.
Left backs and goalkeepers. That's
But
all
to
he
be
is.
fair, Zinchenko, Tierney are going. Ben White was injured all of last season. Timber had a ankle injury that he had to do surgery for. Saliba got injured last day of the season.
Yeah.
Gabriel pulled his hamstring. Then, MLS was playing a lot too last season for an 18-year-old. So, and Calafiori basically didn't play any of the games as well. So,
True.
Yeah.
Well, guys, so I'm
this
gonna.
team needs a.
I'm pasting the link to the tweet, which has got all the stream links on it.
Amazing.
Just in general.
Nice.
So, can everyone just give this a share?
Yep.
Retweeted it on my X as well already.
Just the link that I'm posting at the moment. It's got all the stream links on it. All right, well, let's go then. Let's kick it off. So for anyone that is joining this stream after the stream on the recording, please go share it. This QR code is our Discord. So come join us on Discord. We've got 2 Zeely quests live. So I'm just going to grab the link for that. So you can grab Zeely points. Zeely points are interchangeable with action points. We're going to merge them at some point, and hopefully you guys can see this in the comments. There you go. All right, It did it. Oh, it is posting it on. Oh, sweet. Okay, wicked. So go grab your Zeely points. They're all going to be combined into the action leaderboard. It's all going to make sense in the future. This was your idea, Sonny, about shout out to new members. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, got it up.
Look at the members. Oh, do you want to do that? You can do that from.
Yeah, just need to scroll up a little bit. So the latest one we've had was. I'm really dyslexic. So EHMIE. Welcome in. If I say any of these names wrong, I do apologize. Honestly, like I'm quite terrible with names, but yeah, we've got SMO Gold. Welcome in, and Xeon.
Schmo Gold.
Oh, is it
Chelsea fan?
Oh, that's absolutely fine. Anyway, we've got Rude Kids as well, and yeah,
He sounds like a
welcome in, everyone. So when you come in as well, be good to get what team you support as well. If you are listening on Discord, so just loads of football chats on the sports news as well. Just trying to keep on top of like.
It's so hard keeping track of all the channels. So much channel, so much tech. Cool. All right. Let's kind of so would you want to talk about that? There's going to be a quiz. You're going to do a quiz, and then we can get into the kind of boring stuff, product roadmap stuff, just get that out of the way, and then we can get to the transfer stuff. So you prepared a quiz. Do you want to tee that up? Yeah,
right. So you got to guess the player, everyone. Okay. So if you get it right straight away, then that's it. I'm probably going to leave the stream. So right, here it is. This is a player's career.
We're not doing the quiz now. You're just going to tee it up. So
yeah, right.
Yeah. I've got it, right. But I'll keep it quiet.
You've got. To be honest, I think I knew you'd get it. Sorry, I didn't mean to add it to stage. I apologise.
No, that's all right. It's not fair. Will doing it because Will's fucking Rain Man. He looks at sports data.
Spurs to Middlesbrough from Red and from Newcastle.
Post it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
Everyone watching the stream, post it in the comments. We want to see it.
I'm going to try and do a comment from YouTube to see if it comes up on this. It would be wicked if it does.
That's a crazy one, man.
Yeah, I thought I'd get a little bit out there as well, but I didn't want to do an easy one.
I don't know.
It works.
But imagine going to Newcastle, then to Real Madrid, and then to Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough.
Crazy, yeah.
Crazy career.
So, StreamYard's freaking awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Like,
It is
I'm
good.
getting commenting from all the channels, and it's just all bowling in here. This is wicked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess comment from whatever channel you want, if you know who it is. I don't have.
Should we?
Or we can save the answers for later.
Could save the answers for later.
Yeah.
So it's been up a while, and then we'll try to like do it again at the end of the stream and see if anyone gets it as well.
Sounds like a plan. Cool. Trying to add my agenda back to the stage, but it is not working. Before presenting a screen, remove the media.
Did you want me to?
Okay, you got to remove one before you.
Okay,
sorry, cool. All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit. I've got a slight switch up on the agenda because I want to add a few shit. I'm going to do product demo for anyone who doesn't know what Action is, but I'm going to keep it real brief because there's a really good product demo on Loom if you want to go check it out. So I'll do a quick demo on that for 1 second. Here it is. Nice. Awesome. All right, guys. So what you're looking at is Action. It is a Web3 project that we've been working on for quite a while. And it turns amazing moments on the pitch into tradable, playable NFTs. This version that you're looking at is like fully on-chain, currently running on Ethereum, and I'll basically show you how it works. You want to start by becoming a member. You mint a pass. This shows in Ethereum because that's where we did the proof of concept, and you're going to mint yourself a season pass. So it's a kind of lottery game mechanic. And there's 100 players that load into the roster for the game for the season, and that's what we'll be talking about later. And you mint a pass, so these are your passes, and these are reveal passes. So these are like mint IDs, and these are the passes that have been revealed. When you mint a pass, though, they're not revealed. So this is the clever bit; they're blank, and we have a function in our smart contract that allows us to do like a community-wide reveal. So if we get our shit together, we want everyone to like mint their passes before the new season starts. And then like a week before, we're going to do a reveal. The passes will be revealed. So you could trade or sell your pass before it's minted. It can go into another wallet. It doesn't matter where that pass is. Once they're revealed, it's like a kind of foil wrapper. They'll be revealed, and then you'll know what player you got and what action number you got, and that number represents a minute from 1 to 90. And we pull in sports data. As you can see, this is the 22-23 season, and it's real time, so we stream it in as it happens. And basically, if your player that you got matches, scores a goal or gets an assist within the minute that you got, then you win a prize. So that's version 1 of the game, which we delivered a couple of months ago. So proved that this is real, that it works. And now I'll talk a little bit about like what the next step is. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna show the roadmap. There it is. I actually like this platform. This is really good. Sweet. All right. So what you're just looking at is this version 1. That's kind of like beta phase. We're now loaded in the 24-25 season into the game. So more data is coming in, and we're sort of testing that on Ethereum. But we also won a grant from Chile's blockchain. So we've now got an offshore dev team basically deploying a new version of Action on Chiliz. If you don't know Chiliz, it's a sports first chain. They're really freaking awesome. They got massive amounts of investment. They basically have IP for FIFA rights and all that kind of stuff. And their big like flagship game is So Rare, which is like, if you know anything about Web3 gaming, you will know about So Rare. It's freaking massive. And Chiliz, like Action, we got a grant from them. We're deploying on that chain, and we hope that we can fulfill one of our brand promises with this deal with Chiliz to try and get our users closer to their heroes. Chiliz have got all the IP connections. They've gone out, done all the hard work. They've got, I think, 75 clubs they've got partnerships with. So being on Chiliz just gets us closer to sports fans that are like crypto savvy and slightly closer to those heroes as well. So that's sort of where we are at the moment. So for the season 25-26, this is what we're working on at the moment. And this game will be basically a free mint game. So you'll be able to mint a free mint pass. You'll still have to pay a gas fee to mint that pass. But you'll be able to just play it for fun. So you won't win any prizes, but you'll be able to see if you did win. So again, it's another proof of concept. And the reason for that is this V2 version of the game is where we actually bring in like fully like licensed betting, where you can actually mint a season pass and then based on your winnings, actually, you know, win Chiliz, stable coins based on your player's performance. So that's the sort of roadmap that we're on. In terms of like commercial stuff and go to market, we've obviously been building out the product, building out the team. We've got a new chairman, a guy called Graham Martin. He's chairman of over 100 betting companies. He used to play and was also on the board at Crystal Palace as well. He was like mad connected and is a really good chairman for us. And he's also an investor. So we've been going through some real slogs of like back office and legal stuff and getting bank accounts, which is harder than it sounds. That's done now. So now we're going out for our first raise. So we're looking to raise 350K through 10 investors to basically pump Action on Chiliz and get as many people into the game as possible. And so I wanted to also just give a little bit of spoiler. We haven't shared any of this stuff yet, but we've got, you know, marketing plans and go-to-market strategies kind of, you know, penned. But one of the things that we've been playing with, which gives us another little edge, another little alpha, it brings a bit more gamification to Action. And so we've been building out a squad of like synthetic influencers. And I'm going to show you some of that stuff right now. I haven't heard of any projects doing this. So this is pretty freaking awesome. It's pretty unique. And I'm going to try and do this. Where is it? There it is. Right. This is so cool.
Can you guys see how right now?
I haven't put it on yet. I'm just adding it to the stage.
No worries.
Okay. Cool. All right. So these are AI generated influencers. There's a few more that we've got. They've all got sort of backstories. They can all have their own social media accounts. They can sort of talk to each other, and they're going to basically turn a sort of standard like transactional like user experience into a far more rich kind of like character based arena. So I won't say more than that, but I will just show you a little bit more of some of the experiments that we've been doing because it is freaking awesome. So these have been created on a platform called APOB. Hopefully this is going to work. Yeah. And so we've just started to get Anna moving, and as AI develops, we can get them to interact more. I'll share one more. I'm not sure which one I'm sharing because I'm just picking tabs at random, but let's have a bash at one of the other ones. All right, so this one's called Malik. And we've got a lot of Nigerian users in our Discord. So this is a bit of a tribute to those guys. And he's got a backstory as well. So how cool is that? Some of the images that we produced are really, really realistic. So, in terms of like figuring out where we put this marketing budget, a lot of it is going to go on influencers just to reach sports and crypto, people who are going to want to come and play Action. And the question was like, should we use real influencers? It costs a lot more, is it KOLs or synthetic ones? And I think the answer is both. And then it wasn't long after that when it dawned on me that there was someone in my network who was already a successful football influencer, and that is our guy Sonny, who is on the stream. So Sonny, do you want to maybe just give a bit of detail about some of the channels you've set up, how you've done it, what the channels are, and what kind of follower count you've got?
Cool. So I've got my first one was basically just a small gaming one, really. I've just kind of built it up to nearly 600,000 views on the YouTube channel, but with 1,000, just over 1,000 subscribers. That's just mainly just like random gaming and stuff like that as well. And the football channel that I've built with my brother called Wonder Goals. We kind of just talk about random football stories and just like random player careers and stuff like that as well. But we want to try and get to even just go to football stadiums and across Europe and just kind of like do what kind of Stumpeg does, but obviously not at that level. I've got a couple of more channels as well. Just testing the waters, really, kind of just practicing like the social media, like the obviously like TikTok and stuff like that as well, just seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. And kind of been growing other people as well. Like I'm running my cousin, he's a comedian, doing like some of his channels. So all of my channels are basically just trying to like just practice and see what works and stuff. And it's just like, and that's really about it. To be fair, it's going well.
Sweet. And now you're with Action, and we're going to do more streams like this, and we'll get away from product stuff, because I think what users really care about is the game, the love of the game. So now we've done the product stuff and the kind of business stuff. Let's get back onto any football news, and then we can talk about transfer news, and then we can get onto how we then take all this stuff that's going on in the EPL and plug it into Action. So let's go on to that.
Cool. Who wants to go first about we could say out of anyone here, who are you most excited about joining, or who would you want to come to your club that has been linked to be fair? Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'm dying to see Rodrigo at Arsenal. I can't lie. He's the exact type of player that I think they need right now, like with not winning anything last season. And like he has a proven record for being clutch in the Champions League. And he's won league titles in Spain, won the Champions League twice, played for Brazil plenty of times as well. And that was in a team where he didn't get to that position is already taken by Vinny and Mbappe so much. And he's had to play kind of out of position on the right. So I think him playing where Martinelli plays, like alongside Saka and Odegaard, having another guy who can beat defenders and has a good goal output as well as end product. Plus he's techie. I think he could look good in the number 14, there's not a lot of players Aubameyang obviously came in and did that number justice, but I could see Rodrigo wearing number 14 and just tearing it up his first season. So for 80 million euros, I don't think you can get a player much better than that.
With being an Arsenal fan as well, I kind of just feel underwhelmed all the time. But, so with Rodrigo, we won't get a striker.
Honestly, there's a lot of I think I think Berta and the board of Arsenal need to get more creative, honestly, because I know Sesko and Gyökeres are the two names like being thrown around, but there's also like Osimhen and a bunch of other like pretty decent strikers around Europe who've like proven themselves, who aren't 80 million, 90 million euro fees, etc. So I think maybe like if Rodrigo, I would personally say obviously striker should be the first option, but maybe there was rumors of Martinelli also being linked to Bayern Munich. They were interested in maybe starting a deal or like open to offers for him. I think if one of Trossard or Martinelli goes, and they raise the money, lower the wages with those two, then I think it'll open the door. I know Zinchenko will also be going for sure. So they have a lot of budget in terms of the wages to spend. It's just the transfers themselves. Maybe they have to make a few more sales to get it done. But Arsenal have the most money, even more than Liverpool this season from prize earnings because of second in the PL and then semifinals of the Champions League. So last season, even though it was disappointing, no trophies, they still were able to collect a lot of revenue for this summer. So.
See, with the striker situation, I feel like he's going to go for either a younger striker or an older striker, like let's say like Sesko.
Yeah,
because I think he wants to keep Havertz. Like I think he's like,
sure,
because you can't really because if you bring another striker in, like imagine having a 65 million pound striker on the bench. I don't think the board would like that.
There's so many games that these guys have to play now. There's 2 extra games. You play 4 extra games in the CL if you make the if you have to play the playoff. If you don't make the last 8, you play 4 more CL games than you did 2 years ago. And there's Carabao Cup, which Arsenal should take seriously, FA Cup, which they should take seriously. They have to go for all 4 competitions next season because of the trophy drought and the kind of reaction from the rival fans and the fans of the club putting so much pressure on Arteta. I would say, have you heard of Samu from Porto? I don't know how to say his last name, but he's like 21 years old. Chelsea wanted to sign him for 40 million last year, but the deal collapsed or something. He had like over 30 goals in Portugal last year, which again isn't like it's not a top 5 league, but at 21 years old to do that, as the leading person, and he had like over. And he's physical. He's fast. He's good on the ball. He can play on the wing and up top. I think if they go for like a Rodrigo, maybe someone in that profile is what Arsenal need to, because then you could justify having him and Havertz, like you said, as well.
We all know Arsenal are just going to end up signing another 4 centre backs and a defensive midfielder. Though, right? That's the
and
philosophy.
Sterling again. That's it.
and getting long ball throw-ins as the
who are you
season.
To sign then? Will just Mbuemo? Well, just
United. I mean, yeah, we're just papering over cracks at United, but yeah, Mbuemo would be solid.
That'd be good signing for you guys.
Proven Premier League player. He never gets injured. Like the curse of United is you sign having a perfect injury record and then you miss half the season with an injury.
I think three with him, Cunha, Diallo front 3 could be pretty good next season.
Yeah, but I think we're waiting for Gyökeres to hopefully turn, or for you to turn Arsenal to Gyökeres down, and going to be trapped and nowhere else to go, and we'll kidnap him and sign him. I think that's our chance.
I would to bring in like a lot more players already from Sporting right away to United, so I think that's going to happen over this.
Meanwhile, Ben's sitting happy with the best few signings in the last few years on top of a league title. So I think Liverpool could be another step up next year.
Oh god, yeah,
I think so. But I mean, Salah is also going to be a year older. It's going to be the whole league. I don't think United and Spurs will be nearly as bad as they were in the league last year. Chelsea's already.
They will.
No, I think Spurs will do pretty good next season with Thomas Frank as their manager. He's also Premier League proven based on, and Brentford's resources aren't nearly. Son's still there. Then I think United without European football, I think there'll be a big boost for them, because I think playing these midweek games with the strength of their squad was just obviously that's why Amorim decided to focus on the European competition, even though that didn't work out so well in the end for you guys. But yeah, I think United need at least like 5-6 signings too as well at all positions to fix the squad at this point.
It was actually crazy how close they were to get relegated last season. I
think if Ten Hag hadn't won them those points during his 7-8 games, I think they were in a relegation battle for sure. Without doubt.
Can you? I don't know. It would have been. Because I was thought about it. If Tottenham, being an Arsenal fan, if Tottenham got relegated, it would be funny. But then
crazy.
you wouldn't have that rivalry like next season. Like you wouldn't have that. You know.
Personally, I'm not like but I don't think the Premier League personally would allow one of those clubs to get relegated, if you understand what I mean. Not like they couldn't be bad enough to get relegated, but I think they have their interests in mind too. They don't want to see a team like United or Spurs go down to the Championship, no matter what happens, But to be fair, also Ipswich, Southampton was one of the worst sides in Premier League history last year.
Yeah.
So maybe this season, I don't know. But I think the league overall will be much stronger than it was last year. I mean, Liverpool won the title with 84 points. I don't think 84 points will be enough to win you the title next season, considering how aggressive City have also been in the last 2 windows. And they're probably going to sign some more players as well.
I'm worried about Chelsea next season, I think.
No, they will. I think they're going to be a problem next season too. Because I think they've been building up. I think they have kind of like the base of their squad mostly kind of sorted out now, especially with their double pivot of Moses and Enzo is a pretty big problem for them. And then Palmer had a pretty bad second half of the season, but he's still only 22, 23, so it's not like, not a big deal.
Yeah.
I think Byron Gittins from Dortmund, that's who they're linked to. He's agreed personal terms. They just need to finish the deal. I think that would be a really good pickup for them. He's like kind of like the Madueke profile, but not as expensive.
We linked to Madueke as well. Another.
Yeah, please don't get please. The retirement home, the Chelsea retirement home is getting too full from Arsenal.
It's crazy, isn't it? Another Chelsea player again. Like, we could genuinely have a starting 11 full of Chelsea players that we've signed. Like, honestly, it's crazy.
Yeah, you'd have let's see, you'd have David Luiz, Willian, then who else have we got from recent?
I think there's 12, right? You
Kepa,
get it.
You have Kepa, you get Havertz, Jorginho. Let's see, defenders.
Gallas, you got Ben Ayew. Did we get from Chelsea or Liverpool line?
Let's look at this. Arsenal and Chelsea.
I've got Jorginho.
So many. There's gonna be so many.
Yeah.
Giroud, Fabregas.
Oh, that was it.
I mean, that's the other way, obviously.
Yeah. It's crazy that
we're nearly 30 viewers now, which is pretty cool.
Hello, everyone.
So yeah.
Oh.
Massive shout out. Anyone that is on the streams, you can comment. We can show comments. Let us know if you're listening. If you've got any input or questions or thoughts on what you're hearing, get involved. If you're getting involved and you're on our Discord, post your Discord name as well. We're going to be dishing out action points. Action points are ultimately going to end up getting you on the leaderboard, and your position on the leaderboard is basically central to the Action ecosystem as we go forwards. I'm not going to say much more than that, but there will be a token generation event at some point. So bear that in mind and get involved.
That's it.
Sorry, chaps. Please continue.
Good, man. No worries, man.
Cool. That's great to hear for everyone.
Nice one, DeFi Pandora on Discord. Thanks for commenting, bro. Shout out to Dark Hair. He's a regular Discord community member, so thanks for the support, guys.
Sonny, have you done? I know you're involved in the Arsenal. Go on, Ben.
Yeah, no, I was just going to do some more shout outs because we've got quite mods as well. So just want to give some shout outs to Keeks, K-E-E-X, just finished his exams. Sounds like you had a fucking right time of it. So well done for getting through that, bro. Rain, Ari Chain, and Seri Roth. Thank you guys for helping out on our Discord. We appreciate you guys rocking up. So yeah, shout out to you guys. Respect.
It was great.
No, I was just going to bring it back to well, to the action product at some point, but kind of you mentioned earlier, Ben, around the roster for next season. So the way the product was built was we chose off a bit of sort of modeling on the highest performing players. We picked the top 100 predicted players last season. These were the cards that you could mint within the site. So next season, essentially, we're putting together that list now. There's obviously a lot of maybes at the moment. So you got players that have left the
Premier League.
That have left the Premier League, those that have some new signings that have come in, and then you've got promoted clubs, and then you've obviously got a bit of to and fro in from one club to the next. So yeah, we're kind of letting it settle down, and then we'll be selecting the roster for next year. I was just wondering, as an Arsenal fan, Sonny, to kick off, have you done any scouting on the promoted clubs, for instance, and any of the big hitters from those clubs that you think will do well, or is that you're going to do that as you lead up to the first couple of games of the year?
Probably do that. Obviously, like there's a couple of Leeds players that's coming up as well. Like
Burnley actually signed. Burnley just signed the left back from Feyenoord from Rotterdam, where I actually live. So his name
really?
Dishy Hardman. He played for the Dutch national team quite a lot. He's pretty good. I don't know if he'll be one of the best left backs in the league, but he had a good record in the Netherlands. He's like an attacking fullback, so could
amazing.
be. There was Job. Obviously, Job Bellingham would have been there at Sunderland too. Could have been a good one, but he's just gone to the Bundesliga. So.
I'd like to see him in the Premier League. To be fair,
him and Jude both didn't ever get there, right?
No, he didn't score a goal since December for the last half of the season, which was strange. Yeah, he was a bit overhyped, I think.
The best in the Championship, but he played 48 games as well.
Yeah, so just going back to what I said there. So yeah, we're obviously figuring out who's going to make the cut for the new product, which we'll be launching soon. The guys at the top are kind of the big names that have left that were on the list for last year. Again, these were done off sort of projected scoring and assisting through the season at the start of the season. So there might be a couple of names in there that seem random, but at the start of the season last season, they were predicted to do well, such as Cameron Archer at Southampton. So those guys are out. So obviously that's going to free up some space. We just listed out there some of the biggest.
Do we have? Oh, sorry, I think there's a bit of a delay. Have we got the preliminary roster that we could check? It's interesting because it looks at all the goals, so it's quite interesting to see the aggregate goal and assist. So is that available? Because I was sharing and you said I was looking at the.
Yeah, because I think that was
was I just on the wrong part?
No, I think the one you showed before was essentially where they were trending like 3/4 of the way through the season. So it wasn't the end result. What we might do next time is show. Why don't we do next time? We'll show exactly how everyone finished. That might be a better way of doing it. Yeah, but these are just, as I said, the big hitters that are leaving, such as Trent and De Bruyne. And then some of the biggest signings, again, I kind of just listed out some of the sort of forward-thinking players there that are likely to make the cut. Although if you play for Man City and Liverpool, even your right back and left back typically get about 10 assists a game. So yeah, again, most of those, I would say when we look at the projections, will probably make their way in. There might be some case for some not to make it, and then maybe some cases for some other players to get in. And obviously there's plenty of time for more transfers.
Esteval Willian is that's one that in the season, if you would get that player, he could start off pretty low, but I could see him doing well in his first season or growing.
You sound like a Football Manager player there to be known.
I was just about to say that. I did sign him on Football Manager and he did bits to me like last season.
No, yeah, those
guys, anyone that's watching and you want to anyone that's watching and you want to put your input, put it into the chat, put it on our Discord, put it on our X account, and we want your input as well. So, we've got some good football experts. As you can tell, we want your input as well. So get involved. Sorry, Luke, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, no. I was nice to hear. Nice to see everyone in the chat or in the call with us for this.
Luke's our European football scout.
Yeah, I'm doing my best.
He's good. Luke's fucking good. Like, never get him to shut up, and it's like now we want him to fucking chat. It's like, go, bro, fucking.
Normally when an American talks about football, you tell him to shut up quickly, but he seems to know. He seems to know what he's talking about.
Yes, cheers. I have a good
Luke,
question.
why don't you?
I just wanted to ask. What did you want to go ahead? What did you want to say, Ben?
No, I was just going to say, like, you can, for anyone that's watching now or watching back, why don't you let everyone know a little bit about yourself, like where you're from and how and your involvement in football. You're pretty into it over in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah. So hi, I'm Luke. I guess I've been managing the X and doing stuff in the Discord and small things here and there over the year. Mostly the game polls on X for the matches in the Premier League this season. Yeah, I have like a background in like media, content creation, events, music and film as well. So that's what I do in my like normal work, but I'm also a big football fan. And yeah, I was super passionate to join Akshun because it's like something related to football, but also technology, obviously with blockchain and Web3. And then kind of the gamification aspect of it was super fun to me. And I'm excited to see like the version 2.0 of the game and see the actual market and how people pick the players and what players in the league kind of do well or who people are scouting and looking for throughout the season. So yeah, super, super excited for 25-26. And hopefully maybe Arsenal can be the ones lifting it this time. Inshallah.
Second again.
We've got Will here, who's got a few years on you, but Will's been in the game for a long time and has had a fucking good career in sports and data. So, Will, do you want to just give a little bit of a snippet about what you do? What's your area of expertise?
Area of expertise. Yeah, so I've worked in sort of Web2 sports betting companies for probably 10, 12 years now. So yeah, I've ran teams of sort of commercial analysts. So a relatively transferable skill across different online businesses, but I've sort of specialized in gaming and sports betting because that's where I've found most joy. Quite like-minded people in the offices and stuff. So it's the sort of industry where you can get away with watching cricket at 11 a.m. and excusing it as work. So yeah, at the moment I run a team that sort of look at marketing spend for a business called Matchbook, which are a sports betting company. But yeah, again, involvement in this is as a big football fan, and then also with a business interest as well. So I think this can go somewhere.
Nice, thanks, Will. And you've obviously been doing like Web2, betting, gaming for ages. When we first got to know each other, you were like, I'm going to level up. I don't know much about crypto, but you know a fuckload more now than most people. So how does it compare to Web2? Like, what are the main differences that you've learned about in the last year?
Well, I guess, yeah, I literally learned the basics of Web3 as a function. On the betting side, it's weird because I see it through my job, and that's kind of, it's always on the roadmap of at some point it's going to be regulated for us to integrate payment methods and stuff like that, which opens up the world to a load of bettors that basically don't want to bet through regular places. They want to do it slightly more covert and potentially with higher sums. So yeah, one of my old roles, I was running a sort of a team of high staking betting, and that in the Web3 world is much bigger because people are happy to bet away via the crypto. So you've got a lot of the legacy of sort of high stakes betting comes from like the poker generation of guys that made loads of money on poker online, and then they essentially turned into sports betting enthusiasts and using the brain from poker into crypto. And yeah, it's all amalgamated. So at some stage, maybe in 5-10 years, you'll see how the worlds collide, and I don't know how it's going to play out yet.
Nice. Well, thank you for joining us on the journey. Your expertise and experience is like really useful for us. So appreciate all your input. And I think crypto degens are they're the same type of people. They're kind of, they love the thrill of the hunt. It's really tribal. Blockchains are tribal, like clubs are tribal, and I think there's so much crossover. It just seems like the perfect recipe. So, yeah, we've also got Mate. Let's give him like a little bit of FaceTime. Mate is our CTO and the core founder with me. He's got a lot of experience building big products and was also like one of the early guys at Bitstamp. So Mate, if you're still with us, maybe just give us a quick couple of minutes about how you got into the crazy world of crypto and what you've been doing at Akshun. Is he there, or is he cold hard chilling somewhere else? All right, never mind. All right, cool. Well, should we move on to the next bit? So, did you have another game prepared, Sonny? Should we do that?
I did the first, or should bring it back up again, and see if anyone got it.
Yeah, go for it. Mm-hmm.
I had a feeling Will would get it like straight away. To be fair,
that's the Premier League.
So what is this a transfer path?
So this player started out at Leeds and then went to Newcastle, and then went to Real Madrid, then went to Middlesbrough, and ended his career at Tottenham.
Look at Luke; he knows it.
When I'm going to confess, when I made this, I accidentally forgot to put the Leeds one in, so my brother called it out.
I didn't want to say it because I did look this one up. This is like a crazy pull right here.
All right, let's get some messages in the chat. Who is the player? And go for it. If you know Will, I'm guessing you know, being the football oracle. All right, punch it in the comments. Let's see it up on the stream so anyone that's watching can see. You guys can comment, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can comment from any stream. You can comment on YouTube. You can comment on Kick. You can comment on X. It will show up here.
Nice.
So Luke, did you Google this? Or?
Zero
yeah.
Does anyone actually post?
I'm not saying anything because.
Just go. This is just us, so go for it.
Jonathan Woodgate. Crazy cool.
Didn't have to Google that as well. That's a good guess as well. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So the three of you.
Go on.
Has any of you got any interesting facts apart from this about that player?
I mean, who's
the geekiest of them all?
Looks here.
Didn't he score an own goal and got red card in his debut for Real Madrid?
Did he actually?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it was like the famously worst debut of all time.
That's an unbelievable from Real Madrid as well.
Get the clip up.
In January as well, and he shoots into Middlesbrough right after that.
Oh, I think one of the worst I've seen this season or the past season debuts was Kruzanov. Is that how you say his name? From Man City, from Azerbaijan or Uzbekistan. He led an error to a goal in his first touch, and then he got a yellow card in like the first 10 minutes of the match against Chelsea.
That was it.
He looked like I was like, this guy is not the French league and the Premier League is two different beasts still. Don't let PSG with that super team fool you about how the level still is.
Yeah. Yeah. PSG were amazing last year.
Yeah, I'm surprised they signed anyone, but I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah. crazy.
Nice, man. Well, we've been like hovering around 30 viewers, which is pretty fucking cool for our first stream. Thank you guys for making it happen. It's so cool, and hopefully we're, Sonny's only been like helping us out for a matter of weeks, and we're already got a stream together, showing us awesome tech, making great content. So yeah, thanks to everyone. What's everyone up to the weekends? Got any? What's the plans?
A few people come around tonight as the decorations and stuff. I think will come around in the next hour or so. So I might have a beer in the garden, and that's about it, really.
Happy days. It's super hot here in the UK, so same barbecuing, gonna get some beers, stuff like that. Yeah, what about you, Will? Luke, what are you up to? Any plans?
Probably going out in Frankfurt later as well.
It's a good night out, that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for sure.
What
you guys
out Frankfurt?
I
can only imagine what you're like on the night out, Luke. I've got you pegged, bro. I know.
I might be doing a trip next year in Europe, man. We should go have a beer when I go.
Let's go. We can
Definitely.
go to. We could go to if you guys are in a city in the Netherlands or in Germany, we could see a match for sure if it's a big town.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Bundesliga and
awesome.
The Bundesliga and Dutch league tickets are like extremely affordable, relatively speaking.
I'll wait for Man United to have their Champions League game over there. Oh wait.
Oh, if there's yeah. Who was it? Who came to Frankfurt a few seasons ago?
Sonny, you can go and watch Spurs play out there.
I didn't see them.
Oh, I'm really busy that day, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's the day that I'm. Yeah.
They won as well in Frankfurt, so that was a big deal. Crazy.
I can't believe.
Nice. Right, I'm going to close the stream. Thank you, guys.
Everyone,
especially
amazing.
Thanks to you, Sonny, for hosting. And have a great weekend. And catch you on the flip side.
See you in a bit, everyone.
Guys, thank you.
See you guys. Bye.